I think it worked fantastically, and I think it's his great life work. And I hope when I'm his age, I do something I can be so proud of. It's his Beethoven's Ninth.
You're in very good hands with us.
After that, what happens then?
Your whole life happens then.
First of all, I have to thank you for these minutes. I am a very big fan of the franchise of Saw from the beginning, and I think it's one of the most important franchises in the world of horror, of terror, or horror cinema. How do you think? What do you think about that? The importance Saw in the horror cinema.
I think Saw is very important because when we look at the history, it's not only made, financially over $1 billion, but it has these very strong fans, los fanáticos. They're just, I see them when we sent out the trailer and they just love it. And I saw a lot of that love too in Mexico City, for these kinds of movies, películas de terror. So I just was so happy, and I feel like we will look back at Saw X, and I'm just so curious to see what the people will write and what they will say. But I think that this is such an emotionally charged film that I think it's going to really affect it in a very positive way, and I'm really looking forward to being. I'm gonna go see it on Monday in Las Vegas with Kevin. I'm hoping that we can sit in the back of the theater so that we can see the people screaming, and or feeling whatever they feel. And
They better scream.
I hope I have my cerveza or my drink with Kevin, and we work so hard. But I'm so happy to hear that you feel that way about the franchise.
We've always been very consistent in terms of this is what we do and this is what we don't do. We don't go into science fiction. We don't do supernatural. John Kramer will never be a robot or a ghost or a clone or anything like that. And it's given us a little bit more integrity than some of the, as much as I love Halloween, and as much as I love Halloween 3, it's completely different than the other Halloween films, right? And so you don't necessarily know what you're getting when you go see a Halloween film or when Jason goes to space and that sort of thing. So I think part of our success is just following our own rules.
Why do you choose Mexico?
Well, there were a lot of considerations that the producers were giving to it before we chose it, because the script could have taken place in any foreign country, but I know I have had lots of great experiences in Mexico, and I know that Mark Berg has, and probably Oren Koulis as well. And as soon as they said the words Mexico City, I immediately just went to all the visuals and all the history that we'd be able to have its background and have to support the tone of the movie. And really, it was one of the luckiest things that happened to us when we were making this film.
I just want to say that there's a magic to Mexico, and a lot of times there would be the prop department would come up with something and we weren't sure what was going to happen, and then they would show us something and it was like a perfect prop. Or sometimes we really are looking for the location, and we're like, I don't know, are we going to find the location? And then this magic moment happens, right? And we find the perfect location. So I just feel like there's this magic. There really is. There's something about Mexico and Mexico City. And again, as I said to another journalist, the production team is fantastic, top notch. Some of the best filmmakers and crews in the entire world are in Mexico. So we were very fortunate to have those folks with us. And I love my art department. So, and Kevin, he really enjoyed the process as well. So,
and I want to ask you guys, how much blood do you use in all the movie?
A lot.
Well, I mean, I can tell you gallons and gallons. I mean, I don't know about this. We had that scene at the end. We don't want to reveal the scene at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, 50 gallons at least.
Many gallons. And we made
numerous
mess.
gallons. And we had to clean it all up. So it's a lot of work. You know what I mean?
And every time you want to do one of these kinds of things, shoot a second take, big cleanup.
Even it's been a lot of movies of Saw. We never saw the history of John Kramer and how we see it now. How do you came to that?
Really, I think it was just that the audience wanted more of him, and in the last few Saw movies, we were getting less and less of him. And Tobin, of course, is always happy to make a Saw movie, and so here was this incredible resource sitting there not getting used. So that's why we decided to put the whole story around him, and I think it worked fantastically, and I think it's his great life work, and I hope when I'm his age, I do something I can be so proud of. It's his Beethoven's Ninth. Fans in Mexico will see, they'll be excited to see their homeland. They'll be excited to see it treated with respect and fun and playfulness and of course, scariness as well.